There are some types of people who start the day in the state that they are not fasting, but at some point during the day it becomes necessary upon them to refrain from eating and drinking. Who are they? Number one, the traveler. As mentioned earlier, a traveler has the option between fasting and not fasting. So if a traveler decides not to fast, but at some point during the day they return back to their hometown, then now it becomes necessary upon them that they refrain from eating and drinking once they enter their hometown. So they started the day not fasting, they were eating and drinking. But once they reached their hometown, now they must refrain from eating and drinking and act like a fasting person. Number one. Number two, a woman who started the day in the state of menstruation or postnatal bleeding, and during the day at some point, it could be 4 hours, it could be 5 hours, it could be half an hour, the bleeding stopped. So for that period of time, they must act like a fasting person and stay away from food or drink. Number three, at the start of the day, this person was a child, but during the day, they became mature, they had a wet dream. So after having the wet dream, they must now refrain from eating and drinking. These three people that I've mentioned, it is wajib upon them, necessary upon them to refrain from eating and drinking. And the fourth person is a person who has ate or drank, whether that was intentionally, whether that was accidentally, whether they were forced. Once they have invalidated their fast, they too must also continue to act like a fasting person despite the fact that their fast is broken. They must also stay away from food and drink.